it really hit me that in this world that we're living in currently, with everything going on, everyone's actually starting to struggle. And I know that might be like, oh, like, of course they are, no wonder. And, you see all these stats and things of people going on and struggling and not having emergency funds and savings and being in debt. Of course you're like, yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I get that. But like once you actually start to see it from day to day people that you talk to on a daily basis or pretty frequently, and you start noticing or they actually be honest with you and tell you what they're struggling with, it actually gives you a different perspective in my opinion, because it actually makes me think like, man, like, this person is actually struggling as well too. And it usually could end up being a person who's a little bit more successful than you, might work a job that you think is like makes a lot of money more than you, and even those type of people could still be struggling, or working paycheck to paycheck. And so it kind of gives me a different motivation of myself too when it comes to that, because of course we all does, well, I don't want to say we all, but at least for me and like certain people, I feel like if you're watching this video, desires to become debt free, or if you are debt free now, to stay debt free and to not have all these bills and debts upon you. And you know when that comes, it makes you realize like not everybody is there or desires to be there is able to get there right now. And so I just think about my life and realizing like, man, like, you know my life ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. I'll be thinking about stuff with my car and my car payment and stuff, and I see other people, they car payment could be like $600-700. So it could be a lot more. And it just puts it all in perspective, really seeing the difference and what could really happen in this life and what's causing all these things to happen. And that can just be a multitude of things. When it comes to the economy, it comes to what car you got, how are you, spending your bills? Do you know what budgeting even is? Are you looking at that stuff? Like all that stuff plays a factor, and it can definitely derail you if not used correctly. And so I just mainly look at it like that, to be at my best self and to make sure that I'm doing the right things daily. I'm so locked in right now. I'm paying off this car and this journey and just trying to get as much money as I can to get this out, because I really do want this car payment to be out of my life. And hopefully I'll never have to get a car payment ever again in my life. But if I do, it will definitely be for a very cheap car that, you know, is just there. It's not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be something small, something that gets me from point A to point B,